Good morning and welcome to the AGM. I'm Sara Edmonson, Chief Executive of Po Valley Energy, reporting to you on a foggy spring morning from the heart of the Po Valley at our Castello plant just southeast of Milan. 2014 was a year in which we built on the foundations of the organizational change and restructuring that took place in 2013, whilst at the same time taking smart, deliberate steps towards building new opportunities. I would like to express my gratitude to the board for their valued support throughout the year, and of course to the dedicated team in Rome for their continuous effort and commitment. Before I go into the highlights of 2014, allow me to reiterate that health and safety remain a top priority for the company, as demonstrated throughout the year by no incidents or accidents reported. 2014 marks the 5th year of gas production for the company. Total combined production for the year was 0.7 BCF of gas. This brings total gas production since inauguration in 2010 to 4.4 BCF, equating to 36 million euros or 50 million Australian dollars in revenue. Gas production at the Solaro field averaged at just under 60,000 standard cubic meters per day until October of last year. During the first few days of November, production dropped significantly due to increasing water in some reservoirs and the natural depletion of others. Following this decline, we decided to initiate a comprehensive evaluation of the residual potential of the Solaro field, which was recently concluded. Specifically, a revised geological and engineering field model was constructed based on updated petrophysical characteristics, the reinterpretation of well logs, and historical production data. From the field model, we proceeded with the reevaluation of original gas in place and the remaining gas reserves from the Pliocene and the Miocene levels, specifically those from the western extension of the Fantuzza structure. Our aim is to ascertain the best development strategy to maximize recovery of the residual reserves of the field. The final development plan envisions a 2-phase workover, including the recompletion of Solaro 2 in the Pliocene sequences and a redrill of Solaro 1 with deepening to the Miocene target. The technical plan for the workover has now been finalized, and it is anticipated that the combined workover, if successful, would restore Solaro production rates to approximately 90,000 cubic meters per day. Steady production from Castello amounted to roughly 1 million standard cubic meters in 2014. Whilst that is relatively small production, the field actually generates a profit in the order of 250,000 euros per annum. In 2014, we advised a major regulatory milestone, with the Ministry awarding the final production concession for the Bezzecca field through the enlargement of the existing Cascina Castello area. The plan for Bezzecca is to develop the field as a 7-kilometer tieback to the Castello plant that has ferric operating capacity. During the year, we purchased the long lead items for the project, and the contracts for the installation activities related to the pipeline and the surface facilities were finalized. Another major regulatory milestone for the company in 2014 was the preliminary production concession for Sant'Alberto, a field located near Bologna. Now, the environmental impact study was prepared soon thereafter, and the assessment is currently underway with the Ministry of Environment. Planned development of the Sant'Alberto field includes a small modular plant, much smaller than the plant that you see behind me, and a connection to the national grid, which is a mere 200 meters away. Gradizza was successfully drilled in summer of 2013 in joint venture partnership with Aliana Resources and Petrorep Italiana. Now, a preliminary production concession application was submitted to the Ministry of Economic Development in February of 2014, and I'm proud to say that a mere 10 months later, the company received the preliminary production concession for this field. Now, these 3 permitting awards, Bezzecca, Sant'Alberto, and Gradizza, further strengthen our asset portfolio, resulting in greater certainty in the timing of these development projects. Teodorico is a major development project located in the exploration license AR94PY, in the shallow waters, approximately 30 meters of depth, of the Adriatic Sea. Former Eni gas discoveries, Irma and Kerala, were drilled and tested between 1986 and 2002 as part of a program that discovered a number of gas fields presently under development in the adjacent offshore area. Our development plan is to drill 2 wells near Erma and Kerala. Only 12 kilometers southeast of Teodorico, there is the Eni gas treatment plant Naomi Pandora. Discussions progressed with Eni in 2014 in regards to the tie-in logistics and the technical specifications of the Naomi Pandora platform, allowing the company to finalize a preliminary development plan. During 2014, the preliminary front-end and engineering and design study and the reprocessing of the 3D seismic acquired in 2013 were completed, and the production concession application is now ready to be filed with the Ministry. With 2C resources of 47.3 BCF of gas, the development of the existing certified Teodorico gas reserves is a major future priority for our company that would more than quadruple the company's current production and development resource base. Another promising project within our portfolio pipeline is a low-risk gas prospect called Selva Stratigraphic, identified within the Podere Galliano license. The Selva prospect is located right next to Solaro, and Robertson CGG certified 2C contingent resources of 17 BCF. A structure identical in concept, East Selva, has also been identified nearby within the same license. Subject to funding, we hope to drill our first well in 2016. Revenue in 2014 was €5 million, or Australian dollars 7.4 million, whilst EBITDA was €1.5 million compared to €2.2 million in 2013. Last year, we shared our commitment to shareholders to run our operations at a lower cost base, and we were able to do just that. Following a successful cost savings initiative, we were able to reduce our administrative and corporate overhead expenses by roughly 33%, or €1.2 million. Going forward, the company continues to be committed to monitor spending in order to maximize resources during this period of growth. I'd like to take this opportunity to give you a brief update on the Italian regulatory developments. Over the last 2 years, the Italian government has placed significant focus on strategic assets, including oil and gas reserves. In 2013, the country adopted the National Energy Strategy, which was focused, amongst other things, on reducing the dependency of oil and gas imports in the country. While in 2014, in September, the country adopted a new decree entitled Unlock Italy, the purpose of which is to streamline the permitting process at central government level. And whilst it is still early days, we are encouraged to see that the government is taking initiative to address an issue which we believe has been a source of frustration for oil and gas companies operating in the country. In closing, our objective is to run a lean organization focused on creating shareholders' wealth. We are committed to moving our significant license position in Italy forward. We would like to thank you, our shareholders, for your continued support throughout the year, and we look forward to delivering concrete results in 2015.